The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. They fake the give. Now Rodgers rolling to his left. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They run again on first down. Cook. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Off the play fake, Cousins. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, Cousins on the move to his left. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. A first down throw for Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, here's the run with Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Cousins now on 2nd down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Play fake. Cousins. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. From the red zone now, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Slot man moves right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
They go play action. Cousins rolling to his right. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Cousins gives way to Cook. And some room to work. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. He's going to air one out.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On second down, Cousins again. Eluding the pressure right.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Cook will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Kevin O'Connell choosing to leave his guys out there. They'll go for 2.
Cousins will try and throw. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
Got a man. It's Tonyan. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
On play action, Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunky yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Rodgers going to throw.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Now Cook hit, and he lost the football.
And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over possession of the football. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Play action now. Cousins out to his left. And that will be incomplete as well.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Play action. Now Rodgers.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick quarterback of the ball game.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. And again, it's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a first down carry by. This time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On play action, it's Rodgers.
Tunyon's got it on the out route.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
T.J. Hockenson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Steps away. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think?
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Cousins.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. An inside give to Jones. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Rodgers now to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And now here's another interception. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw again on second down, Cousins. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Forced out to his left. Throw left side on target to Thielen.
He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Cook. They'll try and run it.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in. You and I were talking before the game.
Strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tonyan.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Plays to pick up just a few yards.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Throwing first play is Herbert.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here, Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Ekeler. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
On the screen, this is Ekeler. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Running on 1st down, Ekeler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll run for the first time with Isaiah Spiller.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
On 3rd down, it's Spiller.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown. Chargers. Austin Eckler, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Looking deep for Julio. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Ryan Succop on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he returns this to the 22.
The Charger drive about to get going. On first down, it's Herbert. Buying time to his left. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Takes it to about the 37.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his target, Allen. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Rolling to his left. Wide open receiver complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Lavonte David.
And the Bucs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
7-7, our score after 1. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. From the gun, it's Brady.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Brady to throw again. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running, because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Now Brady on the bootleg. On the move to his left. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From the 31, Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now a play fake. Brady.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us. But I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is taken at the 10. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24.
He'll hand off here to Eckler.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's Eckler again. And he'll be out right at the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Being under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That's Akeem Hicks, the towering NFL vet, coming in for the sack.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Herbert, eluding the pressure right.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the gut, Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Steps away. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kyle Rudolph from 6 yards away.
And the Buccaneers have cut it back within a score.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here.
Brady will look to throw for it. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they fail. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert now. Steps away to his left.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a 1st down.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
That's caught.
And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. The 20. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will make this a 4-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 29, Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Herbert. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Fournette, a first down carry. They find some open field here. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, 63 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. It's Herbert. Rolling to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They snap it to Herbert. Flush to his right. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now Brady, and this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now it's 2nd and 9. On play action, now Brady. On the move to his left. And he's got it. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Leonard Fournette. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert
Flushed out right. He's got it to Williams. Oh, good move. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Herbert off of play action. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Fournette on the counter. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Leonard Fournette,
a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is now 24. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is now 24. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. It's loose, the ball bouncing around, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 50 yards.
And the Buccaneers extend their lead yet again. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Herbert on first down now, being chased out left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Back to throw. Herbert, they'll roll him out right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Looking to throw. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers get a bit closer.
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. They'll try and run it here. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Brady to throw. This is White on the screen. Well, first down screen pass, good for 5.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
To throw, it's Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Brady. That's complete to White. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Brady.
He's got Otten.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Brady's throw there complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Brady. Evans has it left side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Brady. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this one will kick out of bounds, so they'll hold on to it inside the 10-yard line. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception.
Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Buccaneers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. A handoff, Fournette running left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game. And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is. But definitely not in your own red zone. In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team. Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They fake the handoff. Now Brady under pressure, and they got to him again. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the...
He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 68 yards. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, Everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Brady going to look to throw. This is caught by Evans. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Brady now on first down.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
On second and goal, Brady, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point try now for Succop. Now they're going to fake it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit, but all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And my goodness, another interception.
Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this...
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Succop for the extra point. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception.
And the Bucs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.